Still alive, killing time at the cemetery, never quite buried. Ooh. Now the piano makes sense. Now the piano makes perfect sense. This repeat is there. That repeated note, it makes perfect sense now, just for that line. Hello everyone, welcome to another video here at Bliss. Today we're going to be looking at the Torture Poets Department, the anthology, the most recent album released by Taylor Swift. There are 32 songs, so buckle up because we're going to be here for a while. I have all the expectations for this, but let's see how we're going along with this.
I was supposed to be sent away, but they forgot to come and get me.
I love the love breathy vocals.
I was a functioning alcoholic till nobody noticed my new aesthetic.
I love the bass, it's like different, acid type of.
All of this to say, I hope you're okay, but you're the reason. And no one here's to blame, but what about your quiet treason? And for
I like how everything is style building, so the instrumentation starts with the bass, that very type of bass is called when you are producing, it's called acid. So it's that very non-bassy, is that kind of broken type of bass, and then everything starts building up slowly. I really like the dissonances and the doubled higher backing vocals, so I really like this Fortnight First song.
your typewriter at my apartment.
A lot lighter
vocals.
vocals.
Tortured poets department. I think some things I never say, like who uses typewriters anyway. But you're in self-sabotage mode, throwing spikes down on the road. But
I love the high sudden changes right in the middle of the phrase. The acid synthesis is still there, and I really like the syncopation of it. I really like how she draws Patti Smith and Dylan Thomas, which are like these legends, and that hotel that links them to the Chelsea Hotel. Really like that. Many people say that this is kind of like dedicated to John Alwyn, so let's see.
oh, here we go again. The voices in his head called the rain to end our days of wild.
I really like that very drop in the that drop in the melodic line is fantastic. I really like that. I like how very naked is the drum beat with the vocals, so that there is no harmony there in terms of chords and stuff, and that works very well.
Only breaks his favorite toys. I'm queen of sand castles he destroys.
I really like the antiphona in the bridge, really like that. It works very well. I hope that she doesn't use this only here, because it really works well. This sounds very good. So it was a sudden build up in terms of range, in terms of like moods and things from the first on to the third, so I really like that. Let's see what she does in the next. That's one sick line. I really like that. Very good.
Did you really beat me up in a cloud of sparkling dust, just to do experiments on? Tell me I was the chosen one. Show me that this world is bigger than us.
Well, she's gone back. She's gone back to that very dark mood. I really like that melody. And I think she's mentioning when she says I'm down bad crying, she's gone back down into sound, and mode, and then she's just mentioning that in the lyrics, which is what there's one of the videos that I did about word painting, is when you actually represent it with the music, what you're saying with your words. This repetition of a This is what I'm talking about when I mention motif in my composition class, is that very particular rhythm, that very particular melodic line that you repeat constantly. You can modify, you can do many things, but I think throughout the entire song that's very, very well treated, that because it's very catchy, like it's very, very catchy. I can't get enough of it, and then she has just suddenly put it in within the melodic line, she has put it in the beginning, so it's very, very good. Quiet, give me some quiet. Give me some quiet. Ah, that was very, very good. Do you think that she wrote this for Alwyn again? I mean, I'm searching for things, you know, that's what you do. Searching for the little story behind the album. But So Long London, I was already saying something. But I really like the quiet. The quiet is just so gorgeous.
Holding tight to your quiet resentment, and my friend said it isn't right to be scared.
I think she did right for him. And I'm pissed off that you let me give you all of that youth for free. Yeah, definitely. Oh, the echoes at the end. Oh, really like that. That's my favorite so far. This is my favorite so far. So far it is, definitely.
I forget how the West was won. I forget if this was ever fun. I just learned these people only raise you to cage you.
This is a completely different vibe. Like, it's so summery, and she's like in her signature vocal tone. I really like that. I think it's a good contrast with everything that's been happening, and just, you know, that very aggressive way of producing bass lines and drops and everything. I think this lights it up. I really like that.
Now, pretty big.
I really like the 7 chords in the guitar. That really, really sounds like very full and nice.
Ashes, welcome ashes, get the matches, toss the ashes off the ledge. As I said in my letters, now that I know better, I will never lose my baby again.
I really like how every song has its own identity, and like these little sudden changes that you can just listen into. I love how we're going back to the syncopation. I really enjoy that. And ooh, I really like that melody, Just for 1 Hour of Sunshine. That melody there is fantastic. I really love the vocals for the post-chorus. I really like that. It's very, very interesting vocals. And what happened with that change in the beats? That was very, very interesting. Very, very interesting thing. Very nice. I really enjoy that. That really satisfied my brain very well. Like, it uses scratches. It's very nice.
If you beat the charges too. They said I was a cheat. I guess it must be true. Friends all smell like weed or little babies. And the city reeks of driving myself crazy. Little did you know your home's really only a town you're just a guest in. So you work your life away just to pay for a timeshare down in Destin, Florida. It's one hell of a drug, Florida.
Oh, that's such a power, Florida, that the choir is like very full, like it's full of like power. And it's only because it doesn't have that much harmonic thing there, like it's not overflown with vocal lines, but that's very nice. That's how it works. works very, very good. Like it's such a strong melody that the fact that it's just being there like a brick works very, very well. Doris's vocal tone is just gorgeous. It's just fantastic. Wow. It's
Mine on my upper thigh, only in my mind. One slipping, falling back into the hedge maze. Oh, what a way to die.
ooh, I really like the melisma and the word die, and then with the mind as well. That works very, very well. And listen to these lyrics, yeah? This is fantastic. What if it's written mine on my upper thigh, only in my mind? I'm slipping, falling back into the edge mate. And what a way to die. Ooh, 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 ooh. That is fantastic. Fantastic.
So I leap from the gallows and I levitate down your street. Crash the party like a record scratch as I scream. Who's afraid of little old me?
Oh.
Should be.
I think in terms of melodic speaking, I think this chorus is the most developed so far. I mean, this is track number 10. I think out of all of them, like in terms of the development of the melodic line of the chorus, this is the best. It has the breathy beginning, and it has the twanging, very screamed out part of it, and then it has the very last part of "You Should Be." Like melodically speaking, I think this is the most developed so far.
You caged me and then you called me crazy. I am what I am 'cause you changed me. So
That's a very, very long. She had a very, very long bridges though, very, very long bridges, and we go back to the antiphona that we saw at the beginning. Right at the end, it's very, very good.
they shake their heads saying God help her when I tell them he's my man. But you're
That's a very, very interesting rhythm there at the back end track. I can't quite figure it out. It's very, very ambiguous. It's very, very confusing. I really like it. I mean, it brings you back and forth, and the production is very good, depending on from right to left, constantly. It's very, very good. I really like that. LOML. Oh, love of my life. Yes, love of my life. I'm way too old for this life full of acronym. Honestly, I am so old for this. Like, you have no idea how ancient I feel right now. It's so low for a piano intro. Let me check if that's actually the melody. Oh,
who's gonna stop?
so so lovely. Ooh, that's such a melody that, like, ooh, that's such a beautiful melody. Fantastic thing.
If you know it in one glimpse, it's legendary. You and I go from one kiss to getting married. Still alive, killing time at the
still alive, killing time at the cemetery, never quite buried. Ooh. Now the piano makes sense. Now the piano makes perfect sense. This repeat is there. That repeated note, it makes perfect sense now, just for that line. It's a very mature chorus. It's a very mature. I feel like right now I can grow up because we are the same age. So before I felt like I needed to connect with my very younger self to kind of like vibe with her. But right now I feel like I can grow up and still connect with the music. Like this is very mature. It's very deep. It really, really connects with me right now.
I can read your mind. She's having the time of her life.
It's going back to that things again, and then after all that very depressing previous song, it's kind of like bring me up with the bass line and everything, all the vibes. So we are not crying like throughout. Like this is kind of like one of those songs that you put in the car right before you go anywhere, so you can focus on the road and not be crying or weeping constantly.
He said he loved me for all time, but that time was quite short. Breaking down, I hit the floor. All the pieces of me shattered as the crowd was chanting more. I was grinning like I'm winning, I was hitting my marks, 'cause I can do it with a broken heart. I'm so depressed, I act like it's my birthday every day.
You know you're good when you can even do it with a broken heart. Fantastic thing. Really, really like that. Very, very nice.
Was any of it true? Gazing at me starry-eyed in your Jehovah's Witness suit.
I really like this movie-like theatre vibe. And Joe, this is like definitely a direct bullet to you. I don't even want you back. I just want to know if Rusting My Sparkling Summer was the goal. I don't miss what we have, but could someone give a message to the smallest man who ever lived? I don't want to get into the gossip, but I mean, she said it before, like her heart was broken. So this is kind of like a sequel to that. Definitely a sequel to that. That sigh after the first chorus that really got to me. Like I can feel her broken heart here a lot more, honestly. She has the longest bridges though, like her longest bridges I've ever listened to are hers.
These chemicals hit me like wine. What if I told you I'm back? The hospital was a drag, worst sleep that I ever had. I circled you on a map.
I really like how naked the drums and the vocals are. She did that before, but then now it's a little bit more like woody. Is a lot better in my opinion. I think my favorite part of this song is actually the ending, because without that ending, that incomplete ending, it would have not been self-standing compared to the other songs. So I think that's a very good call from the production, because the song itself is not as impressive as the other ones.
You look like Clarabelle in this light. Remarkable all your life. Did you know you'd be picked like a rose? I'm not trying to exaggerate, but I think I might die if it happened. Die if it happened to me.
For those who don't know, Clara Bow was an American actress. She was pretty much the face of the silent film era.
The real thing, breath of fresh air through smoke.
And she's mentioned in Stevie Nicks as well, which was the same for like vocals and stuff. I think she's mentioning all this so she can mention herself, and that's quite valid. I'm just wondering if all this icons knew they were going to be part of history at the age of 34 the way she is. And if you know of any other artists, please do let me know.
I am someone who until recent events you shared your secrets with, and your location you forgot to turn it off.
This way of writing melodies is kind of like, I think, 20 years now. It's so old, but it's so beautiful, so satisfying. It's like you connect straight away with it. It's so satisfying, so beautiful.
Fly like a short skirt, the one that fits me like skin.
Back to the acid
Did
thing.
your research, you knew the price going in.
I think at this point the motive with this, that very definitive sailed identities, not only on melodies and maybe like vocal tone. I think in this particular case that very particular tone of bass is part of the motif. I think it works very well with it. I think it's just gone back to that very particular sound of the instrument, of the synth in this case, to get for that. I really like how she writes post-chorus, and you know, this very long bridges is also standing. Like when she writes extra, it's because I think in her mind she's thinking of something more complex than just pop. Because when you think about the melody, they are quite different to the rest. It's not writing music just to extend the thing. It's just they have that in terms of identity. There's a new section, and maybe their versus chorus bridge, the structure is not enough for her. So that's why she writes post-chorus and bridges, and then she changes the structure of her songs constantly. I really like the twangy voice, the twangy vocals. I think it was needed, because everything else has been so breathy and so heartfelt and so soft in terms of vocals, that twang was needed there.
Wise men once said, wild winds are death to the candle rose by any other name is a scandal.
I really like the melodic line here. I can't listen to anything you put into that melodic line. It's very, very catchy. It's very, very nice. I really like it. It's quite, I mean, it's not unique per se, but it's one type of melody that you are sure to be successful with whatever lyrics you put to it, because it's very, very good. This is my type of vocal melody. I really like that. Like, it's something I can listen and repeat for forever. And then the syncopation is just a exquisite, beautiful thing.
Stumbled into my apartment, hands in the hair of somebody in darkness, named Chloe or Sam or Sophia or Marcus, and I just watched it happen as the decade would play us for fools. And you saw my bones out with somebody new who seemed like he would have bullied you in school, and you just watched it happen. If you wanna break my cold, cold heart, just say I loved you the way that you were.
Ooh, I think that the way that I loved you, that riff and the guitar, I think it's building from the beginning, but the way she dropped that, like there, standing out, that polyphonic way of bringing it up, is very, very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. I really like those melodies that have that pedal, so that repeating note there. I really like, you know, it makes everything you do later on a lot more memorable. When you have that melodic line that has these notes that repeat constantly, everything else that you put out, that is more melody that you put after that, it makes it so much standing up, and it makes it so much memorable. I really, really like that. This reminds me of a bit of a Moonlight Sonata. Listen to that. Yeah. The pattern is the same.
Oh,
This is already giving me Beethoven's Moonlight Sonata and Twilight. Double vibe. Like if they met each other and you know they married and they had a child, this will be the child. Straight pop rock. So high yeah, 100%. Like so pop rock, like in a manual. You know what I mean? Which makes sense. So high school, so it fits perfectly. The lyrics, it fits perfectly. The vibe, 100%.
Quick, tell me something awful, like you are a poet, trapped inside the body of a finance guy.
Ooh.
Tell me all your
what? That is serious. Ooh. Tell me something awful, like you are a poet trapped inside the body of a finance guy. That hits deep. That's one straight bullet to the heart. Like, ooh. It reminds me what Oliver Anthony was just talking about. And to be honest, the world is full of those individuals who want to be something and that something else just to pay the bills. Like that's such a relatable phrase, but like it paints an image in my head. It's straight away. Yeah.
I hate it here, so I will go to lunar valleys in my mind. When they found a better planet, only the gentle survived. I dreamed about it in the dark of night. I felt like I might die. No mid-sized city hopes and small town fears. I'm there most of the year, cause I hate it here. I hate it here.
Ah, that was a lovely melody. It's actually a so now when I play, it's just a scale, but the way the rhythm makes it different. That's very nice, and it's low. Riffing in low ranges is a lot harder than riffing in higher ranges. This is quite interesting. I really like that. I really like the chorus and I really like the chords and the guitar and the chorus and the melody line singing those sevenths there. They really work harmonically for this song. Really nice. I'm saving my romanticism for my inner life. This is so me. It really resonates. Before I continue, I wanted to remind you that here at Bliss we not only react to amazing singers singing amazing songs, we also teach piano, singing, musical theatre and guitar, and we're offering a free tasting. All you have to do is to pop into our website and select the type of taste that you would like to have, the time and the date that suits you best, and we're going to see you on the other side.
When I picture my hometown, there's a bronze spray tan statue of you and a plaque underneath it that threatens to push me down the stairs at our school. And it was always the same searing pain, but I dreamed that one day I could say, all that time you were throwing punches, I was building something, and I can't forgive the way you made me feel.
The whole thing is so satisfyingly acoustic. It is so like it transports you somewhere else. It's very nice. I read that the capitals in the title are like it makes the word Kim, so it refers to the Kardashian. Let me know what you think about it. Do you agree with this? Do you disagree? What do you think? Ooh.
I had died the tiniest death. I spied the catch in your breath. Out, 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 out. Northbound, I got carried away. as you boarded your train south, 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 south.
I really love that intro. I really love that intro. It's very complex. I really love it. I don't know. I love the melody, the melodic end of the phrases. That's very good. It's very nice.
I attend Christmas parties from outside. I look in people's windows in case you're at their table. What if your eyes looked up and met mine one more time?
I think the chorus should have been more meaty. I think the chorus didn't stand up for the beautiful intro and the beautiful verses. The melody was way too rich for the type of chorus that we have. Remember of this song, Slow Up, I think, as the name, I think it's Jacob Banks. At the beginning of the song is so promising, but then the chorus, it really doesn't make it, you know, more meaty at the end. And normally when you talk about the structures of songs, the chorus is the most memorable part. It's the part that you repeat. It's the part that has the biggest significance. It has all of that. So when you have like more powerful other sections, like the intros or like the verses and everything, and you have like a chorus that doesn't make you like, you know, it doesn't make you, you know, cry, or like it doesn't make you feel more emotions than the previous section, then, you know, in my opinion, that's a miss. But you know, at least we have a lovely amazing intro and verses. More piece of guitar.
Hand on the throttle, thought I caught lightning in a bottle. Oh, but it's gone again.
Listen to that staccato in her vocals. That's very difficult to do, especially if you're doing it live. But that breathiness, that pause in between, you know, the syllables, it works very well. And back to that complex guitar, it's an all beautiful thing, gorgeous thing.
Please, I've been on my knees, change the prophecy. Don't want money, just someone who wants my company. Let it once be me. Who do I have to speak to about if they can redo?
Let me tell you what makes this so satisfying. The fact that the rhyme goes with the same no. So every time this note, she sings this note, it has that part of the rhyme, and then at some point she delays the rest, so you want that note again. So just repeat it to you a couple of times. And then she goes, for you to want this note again, right? That is brilliant. Definitely. So good.
I was in my new house placing daydreams, patching up the crack along the wall. I pass it and lose track of what I'm saying, 'cause that's where I was when I got the call. When the first stone's thrown, they're screaming. In the streets there's a raging riot. When it's burn the bitch, they're shrieking. When the truth comes out, it's quiet.
You know, those very fast scales of rest and one lone note that is kind of like suspended, that works so much when you write in melodies. It works very good, very well.
When it's burn the bitch, they're shrieking. When the truth comes out, it's quiet. It's so quiet.
Oh, so beautiful. And then it kind of like, it mixed up that same motif, that fast scale between the piano and the vocals. It was very nice. I really like that. And I mean, it did that low, like it's that double, like lower octave bass on the backing vocals that worked very well. You know, this is a French type of accompaniment that you know, that's a French type. It reminds me of Paris, Texas by Lana Del Rey. See, it transforms it straight. Obviously the harmony is different. And it has these fast scales as well. Obviously completely different style, but it does remind me of that. To be honest, it's a very very, very common accompaniment of this French type of accompaniment.
Fine, you said you were gonna grow up, then you were gonna come find me. Words from the mouths of babes, promises, oceans deep, but never to keep.
We have that major 7. That's so nice, lovely.
By all accounts, she almost drowned when she was 6 in frigid water. And I can confirm she made a curious child, ever reviled by everyone except her own father. With a quite bewitching face, splendidly selfish, charmingly helpless, excellent fun till you get to know her. Then she runs like it's a race. Behind her back, her best mates laughed, and they nicknamed her the Bolter.
So we have gone back to the pop rock vibe, and the bass range is just perfect because it sounds almost acoustic, but it's not. This is very, very nice.
Breaking, there's escape in escaping. Started with a kiss, oh we must stop meeting like this, but it always ends up with a town car speeding.
The rhythm.
Out the drive one evening, and then with the slam of a door, but she's got the best stories. You can be sure that as she was leaving, it felt like freedom. All her fucking lives flashed before her eyes.
Ooh. That was very nice.
It feels like the time she fell through the ice, then came out alive.
Ooh, the first sound. Sounds like it's coming from here. Very well produced.
Long may you reign, you're an animal, you are bloodthirsty.
I like the piano. That's such an old bassy tone. I really, really like that, and I like how the bass comes out in that very polyphonic way. I really like that. Ooh, the last one. Oof, 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 oof. This is such an important moment in the album. The last one. Ooh, oof, oof. Contrast with the previous piano. Okay, so you have this part, add this major 7th there. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Now and then she rereads the manuscript of the entire torrid affair. They compared their licenses. He said, I'm not a donor, but I'd give you my heart if you needed it. She rolled her eyes and said, you're a professional. He said, no, just a good Samaritan.
I like how minimalistic
He
it
said
is.
that if the sex was half as good as the conversation was, soon they'd be pushing strollers. But soon it was over.
Those strings. I really like how minimalistic everything is. It's very minimalistic. Even the strings and the piano is just that sad chord.
In the age of him, she wished she was 30 and made coffee every morning in a French press. Afterwards, she only ate kids' cereal and couldn't sleep unless it was in her mother's bed. Then
One last souvenir from my trip to your shores. This is one beautiful, beautiful album, and I like how minimalistic feels. That whole broken heart situation. It's like it shows that it hit deep. It hit deep because everything is so well thought, and as I mentioned before, the vocal delivery being breathy, not being aggressive at all. And if you're listening to this album, you have to listen to it with good headphones, because there's so many little details that obviously we didn't have the time to discuss here because it's a very long album, but there's so many little details, so many beautiful things. Like, it's absolutely fantastic. The way everything has been produced, everything has been composed, the way the order has been planned. You have to listen to this with headphones, and you need to if you have to listen to it more than once. I definitely will listen to it again, and then probably I will be either breaking down the songs independently or something if I discover that something is worth having a cool highlight, which based on what I just listened, there's a lot of things that deserve a second listen to it, and literally immerse yourself into. Very good album. I think this is my favorite album of her. It's very mature, it's very complete, it says a lot, and it leaves a lot to your imagination as well. So well done, Taylor. This is fantastic. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you request for me other albums to break down, or the songs that you like, and I hope you subscribe. I hope you join us in the journey that it is here, Bliss Music Academy, and I wish you a lovely, lovely, lovely day ahead. Bye.